Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're exploring a question that resonates with many deep thinkers. Why do intelligent people often feel lonely? To help us understand this, we imagine a conversation inspired by the ideas of psychologist Carl Jung. Dr. Jung, thank you for joining us.
It is a pleasure to be here. Loneliness is one of the most misunderstood experiences in human psychology. Most people assume loneliness simply means being alone, but often it means something deeper, the feeling that your inner world cannot easily connect with the world around you.
Many intelligent people say they felt different even as children, almost like they were observers rather than participants in life. Why does that happen?
When a mind becomes highly reflective, it begins questioning the structures that others accept automatically. Social rules, traditions, behaviors. Instead of simply participating, the reflective mind analyzes these systems. That analysis naturally creates a small distance.
So intelligence creates a kind of psychological distance from the crowd.
Yes. Not intentionally. But the mind that constantly observes cannot completely dissolve into the collective experience. It stands slightly outside it.
Something we hear very often is that intelligent people struggle with small talk. Why would something so simple feel so exhausting?
Because small talk is designed to maintain social harmony, not to explore meaning. The curious mind, however, is searching for depth. When conversation remains on the surface, it begins to feel empty.
So intelligent people don't necessarily dislike social interaction. They simply want deeper conversations?
Exactly. The desire is not isolation. The desire is meaningful connection.
Another interesting factor is rarity. If someone has a highly analytical mind, statistically, there are fewer people who think similarly.
Yes. Human beings search for resonance, people who understand their way of thinking. When someone's cognitive style is uncommon, finding that resonance becomes more difficult. 7.
So loneliness may actually be a compatibility problem?
That is a very good way of describing it.
Many deep thinkers also say they start noticing patterns in people's behavior, contradictions between what people say and what they actually do.
As awareness increases, perception becomes sharper. One begins noticing social masks. Many people present versions of themselves designed to gain approval.
And once you see those masks, it becomes difficult to ignore them.
Exactly. Awareness removes certain illusions that help society function smoothly.
Does that awareness contribute to feelings of isolation?
Yes. Because when you see through illusions, participating in them becomes uncomfortable.
Another thing intelligent people often mention is overthinking. Their minds never stop analyzing.
The analytical mind examines experiences repeatedly. This ability is powerful for understanding reality, but it can create distance from spontaneous emotional connection.
Almost like watching life through a window instead of living directly inside it.
A very accurate metaphor.
Many thoughtful people eventually learn something interesting. If they express all their thoughts openly, others sometimes react negatively.
Because human groups often favor familiarity. Ideas that challenge existing beliefs can create discomfort.
So people begin hiding parts of themselves.
Yes. They simplify their ideas or avoid certain topics entirely.
That sounds exhausting.
It is. Because the person begins presenting a mask rather than their authentic self.
And when people connect with that mask, the real person still feels unseen.
Exactly. That is one of the deepest forms of loneliness.
But there's also something beautiful about reflective minds. Many develop very rich inner worlds.
Yes. Solitude often becomes a fertile space for thought, creativity, and self-discovery.
So solitude can actually be beneficial?
We must distinguish solitude from loneliness. Solitude is chosen. Loneliness is imposed.
One nourishes the mind, the other wounds it.
Precisely.
And yet, when deep thinkers finally meet someone who understands them, Those connections seem incredibly powerful.
Because resonance is rare. But when two minds share similar depth, connection happens almost instantly.
Almost like two people speaking the same hidden language.
Yes. A language of curiosity and reflection.
So the loneliness intelligent people experience may actually be part of searching for those rare connections.
Exactly. It is the search for minds that recognize the same depth.
If someone listening today feels misunderstood or out of place, what would you say to them?
There is nothing wrong with a mind that seeks depth. Every era needs people who question reality and explore the hidden layers of human behavior.
So loneliness might not be a flaw.
No. Sometimes it is simply the price of awareness.
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for this conversation.
Thank you. Depth may feel lonely at times, but it also leads to the most meaningful connections.